Cubs sweep the San Diego Padres at Wrigley Field. In today's game, they win by a score of 23-3, highlighted by 3 home runs from Dansby Swanson and 2 home runs from Michael Conforto. In today's episode, we'll talk about this Padres series, which the Cubs really needed, and this upcoming 4th of July series against their rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals. Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy.
And I'm Ron Zielinski.
And today the Cubs swept the San Diego Padres and they won by a whopping score of 23-3, highlighted by a huge day at the plate from Dansby Swanson and Michael Conforto. Right, how big was this series sweep to start off this big homestand?
I mean, it's huge. You had that terrible stretch of baseball that you were playing, got down to what 34 and 34. I think they were flat 500, and then for them to just play, as good a baseball as they've been playing, to get the sweep against a team who they could possibly see in October, a team who could be fighting for the standings, for a wild card spot. So to get the tiebreaker, sweep the series, absolutely huge. Get the mojo right. It'd be great if the Brewers could lose a game other than versus the Cubs. That would be really nice. But luckily they didn't drop any. Still 5.5 back. But yeah, great series from the Cubs and very, very well needed, especially for Dansby Swanson.
Yeah, that was a huge series. I mean, I feel like the Cubs really set the tone though. Game one, Sale with the walk-off bomb. Yesterday's game, they started off dominating, got a little shaky in the eighth inning, but they found a way. And the thing is, I feel like the Cubs haven't hit as many long balls as they usually do this year. And we saw a lot of home runs in this series. I mean, maybe 15 within 2 games. I know there wasn't any hit in game one, but the bats were hot and the wind was blowing out. And when the weather is 92, 93 degrees, I mean, I guess the Cubs just rake.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. They showed a stat. After Bush's home run, they had hit 1.01 miles worth of home runs in the last 2 games. That's unbelievable. I think they had today 8 homers, and then yesterday was like 6, maybe. I think
Around there, yeah.
something like that. I think they hit either 14 or 15 homers this series. Um, Unbelievable though, in that heat to be able to poke the ball out. Yeah, unbelievable. The bats really are back, I think.
Yeah, so obviously on Monday we did our show with Cubs Hall of Good. Thank you again to him for doing that show. Interview will be out tomorrow. We talked a lot about that game. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about the game from yesterday where the Cubs won 9-7. Started off pretty hot as Carson Kelly hit a single, scored Seiya Suzuki to make it a 1-1 game after Tatis hit a leadoff bomb. Ball was flying, um, but Cubs managed to get more hits and more momentum than San Diego ever was able to get. But bottom of the second, Dansby, 432. This was his first out of 5 home runs within these 2 games. And then Kevin Alcantara with a hit. I really liked seeing him in the lineup, and I think we need to see Kevin Alcantara in the lineup more. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I agree. I've always been a guy to be like again his problems when he had came up before when the baseball being played was terrible. Oh my gosh, I was always saying that it wasn't his fault. He was just trying to make a play, because he didn't get the chance. He's finally starting to get some chances here, and he's been paying off yet. I think what a hit yesterday. I know he had a hit
He's 2 for
today.
5. Yesterday and today he's 2 for 5. Like that's
Yeah,
400. I just think I really like his frame. He's got the power, he's got speed, he's got contact, and I feel like he needs to get more reps, especially against left-handed pitchers.
I agree. Yeah, he seems to hit the lefties pretty well. Today, obviously he was against a position player, but I mean, still not the easiest to get a hit in the bigs. But yeah, I think his matchups against the lefties are probably going to be the best for him. So yeah, I would love to see more of him because he's obviously going to add a lot of production to this lineup.
Yeah, and then PCA worked a walk, and Breggy finally did something. He hit a home run, 415 feet. This ball was a no doubter. It was a bomb. Finally, that was huge for Alex Bregman. Um,
Hmm.
then Sale with the single. Top of the third, Machado with a 2-run shot made it a 2-run game. And then a little bit slow from there, couple scoreless innings. And then bottom of the fifth, Michael Bush with a homer, his 10th on the year, 424. nice piece for Bushy. And then Dansby with a bomb. This was a 2-run shot. This ball was smoked again, 437. He's been killing the ball. I think probably if I was a math man, I would assume around 20,000 feet worth of home runs in the pet. Uh,
Uh, you mean 2200?
like 2,000, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, 2200 seems about right. I mean, he had what, 5 homers this
Yeah,
series, so
all around
let's
430.
average that out at like 400. So yeah, about 2000 feet worth of home runs in these last 2 days.
Yeah, just unreal from Dansby. And then top of the sixth, Cubs got into some trouble, but Assad got out of it. And then PCA with another bomb, just unreal. This one wasn't his farthest home run, but a home run's a home run. It was huge. Love PCA. He's been playing unreal. Got snubbed of an all-star starter. And then, I mean, just kind of slow. But then top of the eighth, Gavin Sheets with a 3-run bomb off of Assad. And then um, Tatis with another home run made it 9-7. Assad walked. He had a rough outing. And then Tyler Ferguson with a huge strikeout on Machado. Bottom of the eighth inning, Cubs got 2 runners on early. Couldn't do anything. And then Ferguson got the first 2 outs. They brought in Rollison for the lefty. Cubs win this ball game 9-7. Ryan Rollison got the save. Matt Boyd got the win, moves them up to 3-1 with a 5.08 ERA. JP Sears got the loss. He's 1-1 with a 6.97 ERA. Cubs tallied 13 hits and 6 walks in this ball game, which you love to see. My player of the game, obviously, Dansby Swanson, 3 for 4 with 2 home runs in this one. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious to go Dansby, finally starting to get his mojo back. If I'm gonna go anything different, let's see here. I mean, you could go Pete for the homer, still keeping his mojo up. You could go Seiya, a couple hits. Carson Kelly had a couple hits. Um, I'll go with Carson Kelly. Give Carson Kelly some love. Had a multi-hit game.
Yeah, Craig moved Carson Kelly up to the 4 hole facing the lefty. Do you like that move?
Um, sure, it's working for right now. I'll say sure, it's working right now. He had 2 hits and an RBI, so I'll say it's working for right now.
I like it because he's hitting 281. Like, he's been very solid. Obviously, not as many long balls as he hit last year, but he's hitting for average and he's earning the playing time over Miguel Amaya 100%.
Yeah, and that's the thing we kind of mentioned on Monday's show. Like Miguel Amaya really hasn't been playing much because I mean I think a big factor of that is just because of how Carson Kelly has been, and he's been really good. So I think he's earned that spot in the cleanup.
Part of that, though, is Amaya's not doing the little things right. Like that bunt. How many times has Amaya failed to lay down a sacrifice bunt this year? Like,
Yeah, that is true. Like when you're a guy, fighting for some playing time, and you're in a big situation like that, you can't fail to lay down a bunt. That's your job when you're hitting at the bottom of the order and you're not producing as much as you should have. You got to get bunts down.
that's just simple baseball. Like, I think at the age of 11, I was able to lay down a bunt. Like, it's really, really not that hard. Just stick the bat out there and let the ball hit the bat. Like,
And
just like
just don't bunt it right at the pitcher.
pretty much, yeah. Don't pop it up. Don't bunt it at the pitcher, and you're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Just little things. And then Assad kind of struggled in this one. He gave up 4 runs in 2.2 innings. Long ball was definitely a struggle of his, but Tyler Ferguson got a hold, which was solid, and Rolison got the lefty lefty out. And then today's ball game, Cubs scored 3 touchdowns and a safety in this one.
Yeah, seriously, the Bears. I mean, they haven't played at Wrigley since a while, and
Yeah,
I mean they showed up today. A couple touchdowns and a safety. It's like Jay Cutler and the San Diego Chargers.
yeah. Cubs started off really hot. PCA with a single, stole second, stole third. Quick start. Bregman walked, and then Seiya hit his 100th career home run. Congrats to Seiya Suzuki on that. This ball was a bomb, 426 feet. Made it 3-0 early in this one. And then top of the second, San Diego couldn't get anything going. Then we flown out Dansby Swanson with a bomb, another one for him, 397. Just bat's really hot from Dansby right now. And then top of the third, Ray got into some trouble. No runs, though. And then bottom of the third, Happer with a double. Then they intentionally walked Conforto because they had a base open. And then Amaya shuts them up after that intentional walk, smokes a ball up the middle, scores 2 runs, 6-0. It's a great job. It's a hit that Miguel Amaya really needed. Is he's been struggling a little bit as of late, but that's a big knock for Miggy.
Yeah, that is when you're a guy slumping, like Miggy has, not playing as much. That's a really big hit because 4 and 6. We always talk about how 4 is still kind of there, but to extend that to 6, really big hit from him.
And then right after that, Dansby follows it up with another bomb, 434 feet, dead center, makes it a 9-0 game. And then, the bats continued. Hello, Cubs Line fans. If you are interested in being a sponsor of the Cubs Line podcast, please DM us on Instagram or reach out to our email at cubsline@gmail.com. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode, and make sure to go check out the rest of this episode in our interview tomorrow. Thank you, guys. In the top of the fifth inning, Sung Mung Song hit a solo home run, his first in his MLB career, to make it 9-1, and then Ty France hit an RBI double to make it 9-2. Bottom of the fifth inning, Kyle Hart, came in the game. Michael Conforto hit a bomb to center field, made it 10-2. This ball's hit 433 feet, and then PCA with a 3-run shot off the scoreboard made it 13-2. And then bottom of the sixth inning, Michael Conforto again with another 2-run homer to the opposite field, made it 15-2. And then in the bottom of the eighth inning, the Cubs raked single, double, single, walk, single, home run, made it 23-3, and that would be ball game. The Cubs would win this 23-3. Colin Ray would get the win on the mound. He's 6-5 on the year with a 4.74 ERA, and then Walker Buehler gets the loss, goes down to 5-4 on the year with a 4.61 ERA. Jordan Wicks qualified for the save, as when he entered the game, it was a save situation. Lowers it down to a 10.45 ERA. My player of the game in this one has got to be Dansby Swanson. 3 for 5 with 8 RBIs. Conforto 3 for 4 with 2 bombs, 4 RBIs. Seiya 3 for 5 with 3 home runs in his 100th career home run. The games where you can pick a lot of guys for MVP are your best games.
Oh yeah, and when you score 23 runs, player of the game goes out to everybody. I don't think there. Oh, well, guess who? Of course, Alex Bregman hitless. But Nico was too, so I can't, knock him too much. But unbelievable all around.
Struggling big time too, though.
Yeah,
Nico's
they
two
both
for
have.
three on the year now.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for Nico, but yeah, solid all around win from the Cubs today. 11 games over 500. Haven't seen that in a while, so great way to cap off a sweep. Little stress free win from the Cubs here.
Rye, how big was this series sweep heading into Cardinals 4th of July? 3 primetime games. How big was this?
It's huge. Get your momentum going right now. Swept the Padres at home, a solid team. Now you stay home versus your big rivals. 4th of July weekend, place is gonna be rocking. Not much else to say than that. An
I don't know
unbelievable
about you, but
series.
I'm hype for this series.
I am as well. This is gonna be a good series.
Friday,
Hopefully,
series finale. This isn't a primetime game, but it's a 3:05 start. On the bump for the Cubs, David Peterson, 4-6 with a 5.83 ERA, coming off a great start against a very tough Milwaukee team. And then on the mound for the Cardinals is Andy Palante. The 27-year-old righty is 9-5 with a 3.83 ERA. This game will be on marquee for all you Cubs fans. And then Saturday, 4th of July, prime time, 7:08 start on Fox. Fireworks show after the game. Wrigley's going to be bumping. On the bump for the Cubbies is Shota Imanaga. Shota's 5-6 on the year with a 4.30 ERA. Then on the mound for the Cardinals is Kyle Leahy. The 29-year-old is 6-4 on the year with a 4.09 ERA, as the Cubs saw both him and Palante earlier in the season. And then Sunday, series finale, another primetime game, 1:30 Peacock. On the bump for the Cubs is Javier Assad, who is 6-1 with a 4.53 ERA. And then not sure who is going for the Cardinals. That is TBD. Right, this is a huge series. Cubs have two opportunities to open some eyes nationwide. I mean, the big one, Saturday night, Wrigley, 4th of July, Shota Managa, Kyle Leahy, 7:08 first pitch, fireworks show after the game. Wrigley's going to be bumping.
Yeah, the goal is to repeat what happened last 4th of July. They had what, 9 homers against Michaelis or something like that.
I was at that game. 8. It
Yeah,
was a viral video. Michaelis taunting the Cubs fans.
that's right. That's our most viral post on Instagram. He was taunting the Cubs fans. Didn't pay off for you, low bro. But yeah, hopefully we can repeat that. Win a series. I'm not asking for a sweep here. I'm just asking win the series. A sweep would be a cap off. But keep playing good ball and just do what you've been doing and go ahead and win this series.
Yeah, so with this a lot of right-handed pitchers this series, so I assume we're going to see a lot of Michael Conforto. Would be my guess in the DH spot for games 1 and 2 of this series. And then it's pretty nice though, honestly. Cubs have an off day on Thursday and Monday, and then they head to Baltimore to play a rough Baltimore team, and then they have a weekend series in Cincinnati, and they'll
And
take
then
the All Star break.
yeah.
So you got
So
Cardinals, Orioles, Reds heading into the All Star break, your last homestand before the All Star break. And talking about that, I'm proud of PCA declining the home run derby again. I mean, this guy's big focus is making this team better and being at the best visibilities for this next half. And I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of that.
yeah, I mean, obviously, I would have cheered for him if he was in the home run derby. It would have been, cool to have a Cub in there. But I'm all on board with opting out of that, not ruining, your groove and just focusing on winning ball games and getting this team to a level we haven't seen yet. But yeah, it's pretty favorable 3 series here to finish off the first half, and we'll see what the boys can do to hopefully end with a bang here.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, a really cool series coming to Wrigley after the break. They're gonna play the Twins 7:05 per first pitch that Friday, and then Saturday. I don't know about you, but it'll be pretty emotional. 2016 reunions. It's gonna be emotional for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, me and you were 7 years old. Or you were what, 6? I think
Yeah.
you're 6. I was 7. Like, uh, but it's gonna be crazy. Thinking about how that was 10 years ago. I remember that. Like it was yesterday. And for that to be 10 years ago now, it's wild. But that's gonna be an awesome moment at
All
Wrigley.
I remember is I was pumped for the game. I slept through like the little break, the rain delay. Woke up, saw the Zobrist double. Next thing I knew, the Cubs were World Series champions. I didn't go to bed until like 12:30. Um,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was the
rolled up to school next day, did that, and me and my mom were in the city. That whatever day the parade was, I was
I
at
think
the
it was a
parade.
I think it was a Friday.
It was a Friday, I believe, because the game was played on a Wednesday.
Yeah. And I remember I was at home. Obviously, I was pumped, but like not like I would have been now. I really
Yeah, I
I
remember. I remember my dad was crying because he never got to see it in his
oh
life.
yeah, I'll never forget like when the ball was chopped. My dad immediately tackles me, before the play had even been made. I was like, hold on, Brian's still got to make the play. But I remember he was crying too. He was like, I've been waiting my whole life for this. And, just seeing through, how many Cubs fans that it really, touched their heart. My grandparents were at game 7. They made a last minute decision to drive up to Cleveland. Um,
Great, man.
and I know every cent of those tickets was worth it. But yeah, it's gonna be a very emotional day at Wrigley to think that was 10 years ago, which is just unbelievable.
Champions Gate too, which will be open. And I feel like whenever you go to Wrigley and you see that, you're gonna want to be the next team on that.
Yeah, 100%. Why not this year?
Why not us, man? I mean, we said it all Milwaukee series. Why not us?
Going into that Milwaukee series, we were like, yeah, we're probably gonna get pumped, but hopefully
Why
we can
not
win
us?
one game. And then the morning of Friday, like we're just like, why not us? Wound up getting pumped on Friday, but the next two games, we were able to squeak out, win the series, and they're playing really really good ball right now. So hopefully they can carry that over to the at the end of the break, and then the second half too.
Yeah, big second half for this team, and I don't know about you, but I'm pumped.
Yeah, like last year, the really good half was the first half. I think they were, what was it, like 14 games or something over 500, maybe even like 16 games over 500 at the break, and then they played like 500 baseball in the second half. This half has been very shaky. They still are 11 games over 500, but hopefully the second half is like the first half last year, and we can end up winning, 94, 95 games this year.
And we find some consistency.
That's the big thing. Find consistency. I mean, this team won 10 had 10, two 10-game win streaks, then had a 10-game losing streak. They were playing terrible, now they're playing good again. Just find some consistency.
Yeah, that's the big goal for the second half. So take a look around the MLB. Orioles beat the White Sox 6-1. Tyler O'Neill with the home run in this one. The Guardians beat the Rangers 9-4. David Fry and Austin Hedges with homers in this one. The Nationals beat the Red Sox 10-2. James Wood with the home run in that one. The Tigers beat the Yankees 6-2. Zach McKinstry with a big hit in the 11th inning to pull away in this one. The Blue Jays beat the Mets 9-3. Sean Keyes with a big one to lead the Blue Jays to this win. The Phillies beat the Pirates 10-6. Trey Turner and Brandon Marsh and Alec Boehm all go deep in this one. The Braves beat the Cardinals 5-1. Ozzie Albies with a bomb in this one, and the Braves reached the 50 win mark. The Rays beat the Royals 10-4 to oh my gosh, 4-0. Junior Caminero with another home run in this one. The Twins beat the Astros 8-3. Taj Bradley with a great start in this one. The Brewers beat the Reds 4-2. Garrett Mitchell with a 4-hit game in this one, and Aaron Ashby gets the win in this one. He goes to 12-1 on the year out of the bullpen. The Rockies beat the Marlins 6-3. Mickey Moniak and Hunter Goodman with homers in this one. The Athletics beat the Dodgers 7-1. JT Ginn shut down the Dodgers in this one. The Giants beat the D-backs 6-4. Victor Bercudo with a two-run shot in this one. Take a look at the standings. Milwaukee's up 5.5 games of the Cubs in the NL Central. The Braves are up 2.5 games on the Phillies in the NL East. The Dodgers are up 12 games on the Padres in the NL West. The Rays are up 3.5 games on the Yankees in the AL East. The White Sox are up a game on the Guardians in the AL Central as they head to Cleveland for back-to-back series with them. And then it's a tie in the AL West as Texas and Seattle are tied for that top spot. The Dodgers stand at the best record in the league with Milwaukee with the second best record in the league. Cubs and Phillies are tied for that top wild card spot, both 3 games ahead. St. Louis and Miami tied for that last wild card spot as of now. So big series coming up for St. Louis heading into the break. The Rays lead the AL with the White Sox in second and Texas in third. The Yankees 4.5 games up in the wild card. The Guardians up a game, and then Seattle and Houston tied for that last spot. Or actually, excuse me, Seattle in core possession of that last spot. Crazy to me. Cubs would be second place in the AL if they were in it. They'd be a game back of the best record in the league. But you're in a tough NL. If it ended today, you're playing in Truist Park in Atlanta in the playoffs.
Aren't they in the wild card spot though?
Yes, but that would be the 4 versus the 5. I'm saying
Yes.
season ended. Oh, I'm an idiot. They would, they would be home against the Phillies.
Yeah, which would be huge. You don't want to go there.
No, and then it would be St. Louis in Atlanta. But my goal for this team is to win the division. I still think it's doable.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you're 5.5 back. You were, I think, at one point, what, 9, maybe 8. They've made some good ground. They won a series in Milwaukee, a couple more series versus those Brewers, so maybe gain some ground. But I think I mean, the division. Obviously, we're not even at the first half yet. It's super doable, but I do think that we're going to be able. I'm not. I won't say like that we're going to win the division, but it's definitely going to come down to the final week or two.
Yeah, well, so now we're gonna play MLB Pickle. The guy hit his first MLB home run today. I'm gonna go Sung Moon Song for first guess. In the NL, lefty righty, so that's a good guess. All right, I'm gonna go Michael Bush. Not in the NL Central. He's from the USA, so it's probably in the NL East, lefty righty. Ooh,
Just guess Juan Soto just to try and get the team.
all right, perfect. NL East. I'm gonna guess a pitcher in the NL East, Phillies, Christopher Sanchez. No, he throws left-handed, but I'll go Sandy Alcantara. That popped up. Not Sandy, not starting pitcher. So let's guess a catcher. Mets catcher. I'm gonna go Francisco Alvarez. Not Alvarez. Ooh.
Wait, what teams are we? What team is he on?
Don't have the team yet.
Oh, okay.
So it's either the Met. We guessed two Mets. I'm an idiot. It's either Philadelphia, blanking, Philly, Atlanta,
Or
or
Miami? Or no, you guessed Sandy. Uh,
um.
Wait, Philly or Miami?
No, I
Or
already
no,
guessed.
not Philly. No, Philly and Atlanta.
Yeah, but there's another team in that division.
Oh, I thought we guessed them. The wait. Oh my gosh.
Nationals.
Dude, I mean, okay, nobody thinks about the Nationals. Come on.
All right, Nationals. James Wood, lefty righty.
Yeah.
Not James Wood, and not the Nationals.
So the Braves or the
So Braves
Raiders.
lefty righty from the USA. Drake Baldwin. Not Atlanta, and not Drake Baldwin.
So he's on the Braves, right? I'm so I'm
No, he's on
I'm getting my team so mixed up right now.
Phillies. He's on the Phillies. He's not a second baseman. He's not a first baseman. He's not a
Oh yeah,
left.
wait, well, yeah, you guessed Drake Baldwin. I don't know why I said the Braves.
All right, shortstop. He's a shortstop, third baseman, or center fielder. Is Brandon Marsh a center fielder?
Yeah, yeah, that's him, 100%.
No, he's a left fielder. They have him down as a left fielder.
Really? But he's
Yeah.
I feel like he's played center before. Well, he doesn't. Okay, that's fair.
All
That he
right,
doesn't.
shortstop is Turner. He's not a lefty righty. Third baseman is Bohm. He's a righty righty. So I'm trying to think who their center fielder is. Because Marsh plays left, I guess.
Gosh, this looks so bad.
Shorbs? Shorbs is
No,
lefty. I'm an idiot. Bryson Stott is a lefty righty, but what position does he play? I'm gonna go
Stott.
Bryson Stott.
Yeah, go Stott.
Because yeah,
I don't think he's a center field.
it's not Bryson Stott.
Is it
Because it's not a second baseman.
Oh, what's that dude's name?
Not a catcher.
Uh,
Harper.
no, it's
Harper's a first baseman, so it can't be Harper.
Hold on, no, hold on. Justin Crawford.
Crawford. And it's not Crawford. It was Kyle Schwarber.
Center field.
No, it was DH.
Wait, I thought you said it's either a center fielder, third
That's
base, or
what I thought too. It was Schwarber.
Ah.
Tough one today. All right, now we'll go to Immaculate Grid. Cleveland and Houston. Cleveland and San Diego.
Cleveland 30 home runs. There you go. Brewers 30 home runs. Yeah.
Did you get Yelich on that?
Yep. 2,000 career hits, 30 home run season. Do you think Ryan Braun?
No, probably not. 2,000 plus hits on the Astros. Think Altuve's done it?
Yeah, definitely. Tuve.
Yes, he has. San Diego, Machado. Machado has two, and then 30 home run season with 2,000 career hits. Andre Dawson. Andre Dawson. All right, now we got to get these team ones. San Diego and Milwaukee. All right, let's give up on these team ones. Keep it quick for you guys. Josh Hader, Zach Greinke, Michael Brantley, Roberto Alomar. Tough.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could have got a couple.
Alrighty, thank you guys for tuning into today's episode of the Cubs Line podcast. Make sure to go check out our interview tomorrow that will be posted. We'll be right back with you guys on Friday, recapping Cubs Cardinals Game 1. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zelinsky.
See you guys next episode.